We're back with another episode. We're back with another episode of Britt. And how are you guys doing? I hope you had an amazing last week and you're definitely gonna have an amazing this week. And yeah. So, how was my week this week? My week was cool. Very, very cool. Did I do anything special this week? I went to see, I don't know if I, well, she probably, I mean, obviously people gonna find out, but whatever. I went to see my friend Erica this week. We went out to eat. She's moving to North Carolina. So I had to like have my, not my last hurrah, maybe my last hurrah in New York City with her. So, yeah, that was cool. Went to some spot in Brooklyn called Imani, West Indian food. It was really good. I got full off appetizers. I bought 2 appetizers, mac and cheese, and these wings. The wings were really good. The mac and cheese was good. And then, dang, by the time dinner came, I was like, damn. And I eat honey. One thing I would do is eat. But, I was full. That was kind of like the only thing I did this week. Today is Sunday. I had woke up early today and I was like cleaning up and stuff. And today, well, not today, that the time you guys might see this episode, but I'm filming on Sunday. So today is the premiere of Insecure final season. It's season 5, right? So I'm like really excited about that. Like, that show keeps me on my toes. It makes the weeks go, like, it makes the months go by faster for me. Like, every time Insecure comes out, it's like, it's Sunday, it's Sunday, it's Sunday, it's Sunday. Like, that's how it is for me. So I enjoy that. Like, I feel like it's just gonna, like, speed this year up for me. So I'm excited about that because I just want this year to hurry up. It wasn't bad or anything. It's just like, you know, I just got things that I want to do or whatever. So I'm just like excited about that. I'm excited to see what's gonna happen. I'm excited to see how it's gonna end. Are you guys gonna be watching Insecure? Because I definitely am. I don't even know what to expect. You know what? After I film and edit, I might like try to catch up on the prior season just to refresh my memory. I don't need to jog my memory too much because I definitely remember how it ended because it was such a big ass cliffhanger. Like, you know, I don't want to spoil it. I don't know if you guys watch, who watches, who doesn't, or whatever. Maybe you want to start watching this year. I do that, you know. Some of my favorite shows, I didn't start watching until season 5, shit, or season 6. So, I mean, hey, but I'm really excited about that. They had the little season premiere. Issa Rae's dress was everything. I loved Yvonne Orji's outfit. Everybody looked really good. I'm just excited. I'm really excited. Let me get my water, y'all. Like thirsty. I'm really excited. Like, beyond. So that's probably gonna be my week. Have a little premiere moment for myself or whatever. I sit in my room, turn the fan, get comfy, bitch, and lock my eyes to the screen. And I'm just so upset because she's on a Breakfast Club. The show is actually 28 minutes, which pisses me off even more. It's going to be the fastest 30 minutes of my life. But the only good thing is that I got work in the morning, so there's some benefits to now the show being 30 minutes. Ooh, child. Anyway, what happened in the scuttlebutt of it all? Oh, and the other thing too, let me tell you what the fuck happened this week too. This is like a ridiculous story, but whatever. So, y'all know Meg Thee Stallion got her little hottie sauce. Meg Thee Stallion stay booked and fucking busy, bitch. Period. Just the other day, I was telling how she was booked for the Nike shit. She making her own sneakers. Then, she got this fucking deal with Popeyes for her Meg Thee Stallion hottie sauce, bitch. Meg Thee Stallion stay booked. Like, say what you want to say. She stays booked. Anyway, I wanted to taste the hottie sauce. Bitch. So, the first day it came out, I'm like, Femi, I want Meg Thee Stallion. I want Meg Thee Stallion. I was just calling it Meg Thee Stallion, bitch. I wasn't calling it the Meg Thee Stallion hottie sauce. I was like, I want Meg Thee Stallion. I want Meg Thee Stallion. Like, I want this girl. I want her all together. So we ordered Popeyes. We looking for the Meg Thee Stallion hot sauce. I'm like, I want the Meg Thee Stallion, bitch. I want the Meg Thee Stallion. Can't find it on Uber Eats. Femi goes outside to go see if they have the Meg Thee Stallion hottie sauce. They don't have it, so we like, all right, cool. We go try to see. They said try to look on the website, on the app the next day. So we go on the app. The Popeyes by me doesn't have the hottie sauce on the app, but the one in Clinton Hill has the hottie sauce. So I order, you know, like a combo meal for us, and then I order 8 hottie sauce, 25 cents each. Why the fuck they ain't put the hottie sauce in the bag? And what pissed me off even more, they ain't put no fucking sauce in the bag. They ain't put no motherfucking ketchup. They ain't put no motherfucking hot sauce. They ain't put no damn honey for them dry ass motherfucking biscuits, bitch. They ain't put nothing. I was pissed. Then the next day, just so happened, some crazy shit happened. That's another story, bitch. I'm out with Femi, and we was at his job because he got into a car accident. He was okay, whatever. So then they was like, yo, let's get Popeyes. I'm like, bitch, yeah, let's get Popeyes. Get the chicken sandwich. And mind you, I didn't eat Popeyes in over a year and a half because, as y'all know, I have blood pressure issues, so I try to watch my sodium. And I don't know, Popeyes just gives me high sodium, like anything fried chicken. So I had to stop eating Popeyes, like, for real. Like, I don't even, like, I cook my own fried chicken, but I wouldn't buy Popeyes or KFC or Chicken Spot, like, because I just feel, it just gives me sodium. It reads salt to me. So I hadn't eat it in a year and a half. So it kind of hit. I ain't gonna hold you, even without sauce. And so the next day, they go to get Popeyes. I'm like, get me whatever, but make sure you get me my Megan Stallion and get me my hottie sauce. Bitch, they come back, they don't got the damn hottie sauce. I'm like, do we not have the hottie sauce in New York City? But then I saw somebody on my Instagram had the hottie sauce. And I understand that it's not all that it's made out to be, but bitch, I still want to taste it. These celebrities have hoes on me when it comes to the food. Whoever came up with the idea to do food plans with the celebrities was very smart. Nobody has done anything that's like unique to me because I don't eat chicken and fish. Like, I know Saweetie had one. I had one to taste her stuff. Travis Scott, I wasn't interested in that. But his was like the first one to, like, you know, set the mark. So I'm just happy about this Megan Stallion because it's just a fucking sauce. I can eat sauce. And it's at a chicken spot. I eat chicken. You feel me? But yeah, that was my experience with the Megan Stallion hottie sauce, bitch. I still have yet to taste it. I don't even know if I want to taste it because I'm not about to keep trying to look for fucking Popeyes and eat Popeyes, bitch, and fuck up my fucking lifestyle for fucking Megan Stallion. But one thing about it, bitch, I want to taste the hottie sauce. But anyway, in new news, in the scuttlebutt, only one thing really caught my attention this week, honestly. And that was the Alec Baldwin thing where he killed someone on his set and injured another person. He killed Haley. I didn't even notice I didn't know how to say her name. I just thought her name was Haley. It says Halina. Halina? Oh my gosh. Halina Hutchison. Sorry, y'all. Y'all know, remember last week, bitch, I was talking about the Hornets. I thought I saw a bug, bitch. It'd be too much going on. Anyway, moving on. So, Haley Hutchins, was killed. Alec Baldwin was shooting a gun and it killed her. Now, I've been hearing the actor had a loaded gun. Hannah dead and her mother is going out of her mind with grief. I'm hearing 2 stories. I'm hearing that the gun had actual bullets in it, like bullets, and then I'm hearing it had blanks because I did do some research and you can die from blanks. Like if you shoot it in like a close range, you can die from it. But I'm hearing that it had actual bullets in it. So I'm just confused. I'm confused why a prop gun could have possibly had bullets in it. I want to know what was going on because this girl wasn't even in the movie. She was on a production set. So I'm just like, I just want to get a vision of specifically what took place, because it'd be one thing if he killed another actor. You know what I'm saying? Where they like practice in a scene. It's just a lot. And this shit was just like, I'm the type of person when I hear something I'm like, then I heard Bruce Lee's son died on set. I forgot somebody else died on set, like pretending to commit suicide. Well, not pretending, acting to commit suicide, and it actually like killed him. And I'm just like, yo, that shit made me not even want to do a fucking movie, bitch. I don't even like action movies. I just told y'all last week I only like comedies. That's my favorite genre, bitch. But they be shooting people in those movies too. But I'm just saying, like, I just can't take it. And I'm praying for both parties. I'm praying for Haley's. Oh my fucking, this is not the time for this shit. I'm gonna call her Haley's family. And I'm praying for Alec Baldwin, because that is a form like that I can't even imagine, and I don't want it. I'm praying to God. I don't want that. I'm just praying. I know that that's a lot on a person. And it's so unfortunate. It's so unfortunate. While you're doing your job, you know? And it's like, it just all sounds weird to me. Like, if that gun was loaded with actual bullets, like deadly bullets, I have a problem with that. I like, that one threw me like that. Like, when I heard about that news, I was like, somebody died on set with a prop gun. Like, what the fuck? And Alec Baldwin was the one who shot the person. It was just like, it was too much. You know, I'm praying for both parties involved. It's just too much. It's too much going on. You know what I'm saying? It's just way too much going on in this country. Like, I can't even keep up. Oh, that was the other thing I wanted to talk about. Colin Powell died, and he's causing a vaccine discussion, which is really tasteless. And that's the thing, when you work in politics, that's what people, when you die, people want to bring up the shit you did as a politician, or if you work in the government. And for me, it's tasteless, you know. Oh, it was actually another thing I want to bring up too. But for me, it's really just tasteless. People are saying he had the vaccine and he died, but he did have a lot of other things going on. To my understanding, he had cancer. I forgot which type, but he definitely had cancer as well. Look, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not an anti-vaxxer. But, you know, I do stand by anybody who does not want to take it. I don't think anybody should be forced to take the vaccine. Do I think the vaccine is imperfect? Fuck yeah. And I don't mean imperfect in a sense of it could kill you, it can harm you, it can damage you. I just think that it's not effective. That's my opinion. Like, I feel like you can go take it. You know, the country is dying for us to take it, but I don't think it's that effective. And, you know, to some that like, so why the fuck I have to take it? I don't fucking know. Okay? I understand that he died from COVID complications, but I'm pretty sure with everything else going on in his body, that was one of the top reasons why he passed. The vaccine is for COVID. It can't help with cancer or any other immune system diseases or any problems he had prior with his health. It can't help with that. It just helps with COVID. But if you got all this other stuff going on, I feel like it's just, at his age, I feel like that plays more of a key role in why he passed. So I don't feel comfortable, one, with people kind of like blaming the vaccine. Like, do I fuck with the vaccine? No. When I say I don't fuck with it, because I'll be honest, I did get vaccinated. So I'm clearly not anti-vax. Do I think it's the best thing in the world? No. Do I think it's the vaccine's fault that Colin Powell... Well, do I think the vaccine should have prevented him from dying? Not really, because he has so much stuff going on. So I feel like to use Colin Powell as an example is really like... I don't know. If you show me a healthy, quote-unquote, person that died from COVID after they got the vaccine, then that's a different conversation. We could have that conversation. But otherwise, I can't get jiggy with that conversation. But I just want to say rest in peace. I know that he allegedly has a lot of problematics behind him. The way people are going about Colin Powell's death, like this conversation about the vaccine, about things he's done in the past, is just really tasteless. You know, it's not... The vaccine discussion is like, okay, it's like so unfortunate he had to die from COVID. But for me, am I 100% privy to the things that Colin Powell has done in this country? No. But what I do know, when I think of one of the only one of the affluent black people in government, I think of Colin Powell. Like, before Obama, before, you know, who else is black in government? I don't know. He was just like one of the only black people I knew. Like, I remember being like, oh, Colin Powell. Like, he was just like a hot topic of discussion. So I just feel like he should get some accolades for that. Like, even if he wasn't the best person, you know, and just that he's somebody. He's the person, period. Like, so rest in peace to him. That's just a lot. And then the next thing I forgot that I definitely would want to talk about was Dr. Dre was at, who was his mother or grandmother's funeral or something, and they gave him papers like to sue, that he needs to go to court, and they did it at the funeral. Tasteless. Oh God, it's just a bad week in the scuttlebutt, bitch. Like, for me, I get it that, oh, he got served. I get it that when you get served, they have to be there at any moment. But I feel like it has to be some rules and regulations around that. As somebody who knows how hard it is to deal with grief, that shit, I don't know. I get it. I don't know why him and his wife is divorced. I don't know what he put his wife through. I know some of y'all was like, he used to abuse the lady. But y'all gotta be of God, honey. Like, you don't, that shit, this certain shit is where I draw the fucking line. Like, you don't, no, that shit is tasteless. Like, it's just tasteless. It's poor taste. I can't. I can't. No, I don't like it. Like, I just was like, yo, this is crazy. But I understand they have to find you. They have to find you. They have to know where you're gonna be exactly. Like, people get served at baby showers, bitch. I think weddings. Like, it's getting scary out here. Like, you know, I don't know. That divorce is messy. I don't even want to know the fucking half or what the hell happened. But shit is crazy out here. Shit is crazy out here. Just know that. It's a crazy week in Scuttlebutt. We gotta get out of this topic. We gotta get the fuck out of this topic, because bitch, this shit stressing me the fuck out, honey. But what are we talking about this week? We're talking about standards and preferences, okay? Because, you know, well, standards and preferences, when are they reckless? When are they needed? And why did I want to talk about this topic? Like, I wrote it down because I feel like people be using, like, preferences, the word preferences, a little too loosely. I also feel like people be having these standards and, like, bitch, like, can you live up to this hype? Like, I don't know. It's just such a good topic, a discussion, you know. And I remember, yeah, I know I love TikTok. It was this guy on TikTok that was just talking about women and stuff. Also, us as women, we talk about men and we say things, and it's just a lot. So, I don't know. Is this like an expand your mind? We could use it as expand your mind. We could use it. Because I was going to say it's more like, okay, well, this is not expand your mind. So, what is the difference? A preference is a liking for one alternative over others. A standard is a level of quality. So, I just want to make that clear. Of what the difference is between standards and preferences. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to get my sheet in order. I feel like we live in a time now where people just, I think standards and preferences can be something that hinders us, can be something that holds people back, pushes us back from who we can be, who we can thrive, from how we could thrive. I think it forms a sense of non-community. Like, it's just a lot. So, you know, for most topics, what do we like to do? We like to expand our minds. Expand your mind, expand your mind, expand your mind. So, in an article called The Problem with Preferences, written by Arki on intomore.com, he writes, when being called out for superficiality, being clinging to the term preference, in most cases, people use the term out of context. They use it to justify and perpetuate damaging behavior. Right. It's not unusual to surf through the hookup apps and encounter bios reading no fats, femmes, or Asians. It's just my preference. This is the reason Grindr changes community guidelines to build a kinder community. Okay. With the launch of Kinder, users with discriminatory bios are suspended. People argue that Grindr is violating their freedom of speech. Others argue that they can no longer openly discuss their preferences. Interesting. However, a preference is simply enjoying something more than something else. Some people may prefer the color red to the color blue. Some people prefer SpongeBob SquarePants to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Some people prefer chocolate ice cream to vanilla ice cream. Preferring chocolate ice cream does not mean that someone will never enjoy a bowl of vanilla ice cream. In this case, preferring a Caucasian muscle twink does not mean that someone can never be into someone who is overweight and black. Preferring a guy who's masculine does not mean that someone could never be into someone who is feminine. Therefore, no fats, no femme bios are simply discriminatory and unnecessary. Treating people like they are non-negotiables is essentially the cause of systematic bigotry. Furthermore, people should ask themselves why their preferences are what they are. Why do you prefer white guys to black guys? Why do you prefer thinner guys to heavier guys? Why do you prefer gay cis men to gay trans men? So, let's talk preferences first. Okay, with preferences, I get it. You know, for me, I'm married, so prior to that, I have a preference to black men. I guess you could say so. I would prefer to date somebody black. But it wasn't discriminatory or racially driven. It was just, you know, I preferred someone who looked like me. Or, but I would never put my bio only dating black men. Like, I wouldn't do something like that. Like, I feel like, and I wasn't discriminatory based off of color or anything. I would be open to stuff as long as you was cute, but like, I feel like it's okay to have preferences, but I feel like people like to use the word preference when you really are being, you know, a little problematic. You are being problematic. If you have a preference based off of societal ideologies or based off of what people may think if you date someone out of your race, then to me that's not a preference. You're just being discriminatory. And this is where, you know, preferences can become reckless, because I feel like people like using the word "that's my preference," but it's not your preference per se. To me, a preference is when you really just prefer something over something. Like, you genuinely like something more than you like something else. Some people, it's not that they don't like that more, they don't like in some cases somebody might like maybe white women more than black women, or black women more than white women, right? They actually have a higher preference. But in some cases, people won't date a certain race because of how it may look, or how their parents might react, or how their family and friends and all that stuff may react. So to me, that's not preference, right? That's like, stop using that term preference, you know what I'm saying? And preference, when used incorrectly, it holds back a lot of things in society. It sets us up for failure. I'm gonna be a little problematic. I'm not 100% into interracial dating, and I'll tell you why. I don't mind it, right? But I don't want it to become like a thing where people feel like they have to date out their race, you know? I don't like when people feel like they have to date out their race. I want people to date out their race because they actually just met a person and they love them genuinely. You get what I'm saying? Like, sometimes I feel like, and not for everybody, like, you know, I feel like with black men, straight black men, even women too. Let me not actually single out black men. Even women too, they might want to date white or Hispanic so their kids can have good hair and things like that. And then one of my fears when it comes to interracial dating is I understand that people think that this is a stretch and that I'm dragging it. People think this is a reach. We hear people like Dr. Umar say stuff like this, but I don't think it's a reach. I get nervous that I will never see someone that looks like me again. You know, a black woman, a dark-skinned woman, a 4C, 4A, 4B hair, like kinky curly hair. Like I don't want us to fully diminish the black race. Not saying that mixed children aren't black. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying just a full whole black ass motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's one of like my top worries with interracial dating. And you could call me problematic, but it's something I think about. So yeah, when it comes to that, but I'm also the type of person too that where I don't like preferences, because I feel like you missing out on love, you missing out on opportunity. Like, I feel like if we didn't have these preferences, I feel like people would be nicer to people in general, even as a friend, just finding friends, because people have preferences when it comes to friends too. Like, I think there's some people who would never be friends with maybe a black person or a white person or an Asian person. Like, it's really people like that too. Like, oh, I would never be friends with a white girl, or you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I would never hang out with her in public. Like, it's not only preferences in dating, it's even in general, even hiring. Like, my preference, I don't like to hire black people, even though that's illegal. But people have preferences, and these preferences set us up for failure. And these are the reasons why racism exists. These are the reasons why people are struggling. You know, it might be harder for me as a black person to get a job. Even Asians, Indians, you know, they like, we want somebody just white for this gig. Even, you know, Spanish people too. I work with Spanish people. Spanish people stick together, bitch. That's one thing I must say about them. They do. And that's one thing, like, I remember I was working at a company. I won't say what company, but we got a new manager. He was Spanish. He was very Spanish. I forgot which one he was. Like what country he was from. But yeah. And once he came there, anybody Spanish that came in, as long as they started kikiing with him, talking Spanish to him, he hired them. That store went from extremely diverse, because where I worked was like an Asian population. We had Asian, we had black, we had Spanish. We had any race you could. We even had some white people up in there. Like, we had every race you could think of. When he came in there, he cleaned house. The first people he got rid of was the black people, bitch. Then I don't know what happened with the Asians or whatever. How you say? I don't know what happened with the Asians, but for some reason they left too. They dipped, and it just turned into full Hispanic location. Like, I'm not even capping. Like, and my thing with that is like, how was that preference? You get what I'm saying? Like, you making people lose job opportunities. So somebody coming here black with a dope resume, maybe they have really good customer service, you're not gonna give them a gig, like, because your preference is Hispanic, because you're Hispanic. You get what I'm saying? So it just teaches people to me, be meaner, not nice. It advocates racism to me, and that's my problem with preference. It's like, we should all get along. At the end of the day, we're all human. We're all people. We all deserve respect. We all deserve a chance. I know, I understand that too. Sometimes and that's the difference between if you really have a preference. Like, some people really dead ass might not be attracted to any, you know, certain race. Maybe they have never seen an Asian they thought was attractive, or a black person, and they really stand by that statement. You know, I don't agree with it, but some people really just don't. And I don't think you should date someone that you're not attracted to just because. But you know, another thing too, even though I understand that people fetishize people, how you could sit up and have sex with like a black woman or a black guy or whatever, or Asian, Indian, whatever, but you claim you're not attracted to them. Like, I feel like, I understand that it's some like kinky motherfuckers out there, and some people, like, I feel like if you fetishize something, you kind of attracted to it. I feel like if you willing to have sex with somebody out of your race but not fully what's the word, dedicate yourself to them, like you wouldn't make them your girlfriend and or boyfriend, then I feel like you still kind of attracted to that race. I do understand there's a market of nymphos and people who just like fucking, they'll fuck anything, and it doesn't mean they're attracted to you. Some people can fuck people that they're not attracted to, but I don't know. Like, can you? I hear people have done it, so I'm not gonna deny that's a thing. But I feel like some people be making shit up. Like, if you go up to a girl, you tell her she attractive. If you go to a guy, you tell them, oh, you like them, you try to fuck them, blah 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 blah. You fucking them on a regular, like they just your fuck buddy. You kind of attracted to your fuck buddy. You just might not like something about them, and that's why you don't want to commit to them. Granted, some of y'all gonna be like, what I don't like about them is their race, and that's why I don't want to commit to them, which is valid. But you find them attractive if you want to fuck them. Keep it a buck. So don't try to say I just have a preference. Like, I just don't like when people do that. Like, yo, fuck a black girl or Indian or Asian or white or whatever, but you won't date one. So that means you're attracted to that race to an extent. I'm not talking about nymphomaniacs and people who like fucking and shit. Even that could be open for discussion, but whatever. I'm talking about people who will be like, oh, I'll fuck one, but I wouldn't date one. So you're attracted to them. Because I feel like, and especially if you're making them a fuck buddy. It's one thing if you had a one night stand with them. But if you're consistently having sex with that person, there's some form of attraction there. Like, you must like that shit. Like, you must dead ass like having sex with that person. Like, come on, let's be honest. Like, come on. Like, you can't tell me you're not attracted to something you be fucking all the time. Like, the shit don't make sense. Like, y'all just knock it off with this preference shit. And as it pertains to standards is like, especially some women, I think we're all open to have standards. You know, I have standards, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got standards. You want to be able to job, you want to be able to degree, you want to be in with money, you know, standards. But my thing is, why do people have these standards that they can't even match? You get what I'm saying? That's where standards get reckless. And I just feel like, if you don't have a job, how could you say you want a man with a job? You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. Like, if you just lost your job and you want to date somebody with a job, I don't know how that works. But if you've been jobless, bitch, maybe it's not your time to be dating. You know what I'm saying? Or if you like, or with guys, you like, oh, I want a girl who keep herself groomed and clean, and you dirty. And it's just like, bitch, you barely could pick up after your motherfucking self. Went to your house, the house dirty, bitch. You don't clean. You never learned how to clean. Your mama did all your fucking laundry for you, bitch. But you want a well-groomed woman. Get the fuck out of here with that. Like, y'all gotta match people's standards. Like, whatever your standards is, I expect that's your standard because that's the way you are. You get what I'm saying? So that's just my thing with that. Like, and some niggas don't even be well-groomed themselves. Like, can't keep up with a fucking haircut. Feet be long as fuck. Toenails be long as fuck, cutting you up in the motherfucking bed, bitch. Like, groom yourself. Take care of yourself. And then want to say, oh, it's because you a female. Nigga, it's because you a nigga. You need to take care of yourself. Your toenails should not be that long, bitch. Your hair should not be that dusty, bitch. and you got a fucking job. Like, stop, for real. For real. But you got standards. Or be broke. Broke, but want the baddest bitch walking, honey. Stop. And even with girls too. Girls, you know what, women, I ain't gonna front. We be having some higher standards and sometimes don't be half as shit. I ain't gonna front. Cause I can tell you right now, it's really be like, well, I just think that women, no matter what our situation is, we could be dead, down, dirty, low, fucked up, life fucked up, but we want a good man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't give a fuck. It is hard too, like, but that shit should motivate you. I was gonna say it's hard when you really at the bottom and you really want a good man. But that should motivate you to do better, because when you get better, you fall into better spaces, right? Meaning, when you start getting money, getting new opportunities, you meet different people. You meet people that kind of match your energy. Like, you know, even when I get a new job, I'm meeting different people that have different levels, different statuses, different money. You know what I'm saying? So you get to meet what you want. In some cases, if you stay the gutter, you stay low. I know me, when I ain't got no money, when I was in work, I could barely go outside. So probably not gonna find nobody, because you ain't got no money to be really going outside, eating, hanging out, kikiing and all that shit. But when you got a job, you gotta leave the house every single day. You gotta, you know, engage with people, conversate with people. You might have to go to dinners, do this, that, the third, other. You can meet people, you can find people and shit like that. So I feel like also standards should be a thing you have, but it should be actually a sense of motivation if you can't match those standards. So if you want this well-groomed bad girl, you got to start saying, you know what, let me become more well-groomed. And I think you'll find a woman who loves that, and she's just like you, and she might like you. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Or a man. I'm pretty sure male on male, y'all probably like a well-groomed man too. You know what I'm saying? As it pertains to women, you know, we have it. I'm just laughing, like, we'll be like, I want a man who makes 6 figures, dad be making 2 figures. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is double standards. And also too, it depends on the guy, because some guys actually love a woman that they could take care of. Like, they like feeling like they gotta take care of you or they gotta better you, but that comes with a lot of problematics. Men like that be mad problematic bitch, be mad controlling bitch. So you gotta stay woke on that type of shit. But, and also too, let's keep it a buck, a lot of men like to be the breadwinner. When you the breadwinner in a relationship, or if y'all on the same level, niggas be getting jealous. Their ego be sticking them mad deep in their fucking heart and shit. And so I think that's another reason why women kind of like to date up, per se, because you deal with that in relationships, that sense of jealousy and that weird energy when you like the money girl, or you know. So I think it's a lot of stuff historically that plays a key role in why women's standards are so high, because it comes with a lot when you date someone so low. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's nothing wrong with dating somebody that you feel is not of your standard at the time, but you gotta have conversations with them and know that, do they want more money? Do they want better jobs? Do they want a career? What are they looking for? Because some guys might be low at the time you meet them, but they have big dreams and big goals, and you know, they might be looking for something, trying for something. Like, I've been looking for a job for the past 5 months. So those are key words where you're like, all right, he actually trying, you know, he's trying to look for something new. He's trying to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are like key things to pay attention to. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like standards with women and men could be very different. I do feel like we should reach a moment or a time where we understand that you can have standards, but you have to be a certain person to find somebody who matches those standards. And I think the times are so different, and that is something that is going on too, where people, I know, like me, you know, if I wasn't married, like I have zero patience for mad shit now. So a lot of shit I just do differently. Like, I know I wouldn't be able to date somebody broke. Not even if I was broke, bitch. I can't do it. I can't afford it. You know. I just think things are different now. It's different, and life is expensive. Like, nobody got time to be dating somebody that don't got their shit together right now. Like, this ain't the time for that shit. Like, for real. Like, real talk. This is not the time to be dating the broke. Even though it's a broke time, technically, because of COVID, it's like you gotta find somebody who's motivated, who's willing, and it's not always money too. Some people have standards like, what's another standard? I said well-groomed. And people be having weird ass standards like, let's say I live in the city. He has to live in Brooklyn. He has to live close, or, you know, like really intricate standards. I think those are little... It depends. I feel like if you're gonna date somebody who lives farther from you, both of y'all gotta have a car. That would just be like my standard, my preference. Like, at minimum, like if you gonna live in another borough, or if you live far, we gotta at least both have a car. Or if you that type that do long distance relationships where they live in another state, y'all both gotta have money to be flying each other out and shit. Cause I don't, shout out to the people who do long distance relationships. I know it's a thing. I ain't hear somebody in a long distance relationship in a minute though. I know a lot of people who now the new thing is just getting up and going. Like, look, I'll come to you. I'll move in with you. Cause I love you. I want to be with you forever. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people is kind of getting up and going. At least in my age range, I haven't really heard too much about long distance relationships lately. Like, I hear a lot about people getting up and moving where the fuck whoever they in love with is at. Like, they be like, yeah, I'm moving to Chicago because, you know, my man there, we falling in love, things is getting serious, bitch. Like, so I don't know, maybe because of my age, because I know younger people have a little more patience, and also sometimes younger people don't even have money to get up and move to another state with their man. What you gonna do, live with their fucking parents, bitch? Like, what's tea? I mean, you can do whatever you want, but yeah, I don't know, is this episode short or not? I feel like I've been talking a lot, but I loved it. I love talking about standards and preferences and all that good stuff. I just want for us to be mindful of our preferences. Are they racially driven? Are they discriminatory? Do you really not? Is that really a preference for you? Is it really? Or nah? Also, when it comes to standards, think to yourself, can I match what I want? You get what I'm saying? Like, can I actually match this fly? Like, can I match what I'm asking for? And if you can't, that's not a problem. Just try to get on board with that. Like, try to, like, match the standards that you want to a certain degree. Like, try to meet those standards. Like, when you write standards, you know how you got to meet a certain standard? Try to meet a standard that you want. You get what I'm saying? What else? And yeah, that's really pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode as much as I did, because I definitely did. Follow me on Instagram _Britt. Make sure you subscribe, and if you're streaming, make sure you leave 5 stars. Make sure you leave a comment, and yeah, I will see you guys next week. Bye.